And like I said, since I have been sharing this journey on my YouTube, I hope that this helps. I hope that you never give up searching for answers. I hope that you never, just stop asking questions, advocate for yourself. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Steph if you're new here, and as always, we thank you guys for tuning in. So I wanted to do an updated video about my health because you guys know, even way before I became the milk carton in Raw Reflections with Steph, I was just called just Steph, and I always been transparent about my journey. And I feel like this video can help you. I did the video about having the LEAP procedure and how that changed the course of me being able to have babies. And so we're just gonna go over everything and the new revelation that I have now after all of these years of fighting for my health. It just feels so good. So let's go. So in order to tell the story in a way that makes sense for you, I have to go back to the very beginning. Now, when I first did my video, if you want to go watch it, I'll post it right here, where I talked about how the LEAP procedure changed my life and it helped me become fertile. Because in the beginning, yes, me and my husband were trying to have a baby, and I could not get pregnant for almost 2 freaking years. Now, the most important part about this is I want you guys to stay on top of your health and always know that if you don't like the answer, switch your doctor. I'm telling you, okay? So before having my son, I never really had stomach problems, right? But I did have an abnormal pap smear. So I went, got a biopsy. They came back and said, we need to actually kind of take this a step further and give you a LEAP procedure. So a LEAP procedure means loop electrosurgical excision procedure, okay? And it tests and it treats abnormal cells that grow on the surface of our cervix, right? So this procedure, I was put to sleep. I know many people think I was referring to a biopsy, but a biopsy is a little bit different, meaning that you are awake. This procedure, I was actually put to sleep because ain't no way in hell you was going up in my cervix and slicing with this like loop procedure. I'll post pictures so you guys can see. So I did that back in January of 2011, literally January 31st. Honestly, y'all, I remember the day. And I was not told that that would help with like fertility. I just was like, you know what, let me do it because my pap smear has come back abnormal, and I'm all about making sure I'm taking proper procedures of my health because I'm a young woman, right? I was only 20 years old. So I did that, and literally guys, within 6 weeks after the procedure, I was pregnant. I did not believe it. I shared this story many times. I did not believe it. I took like 10 pregnancy tests because I just did not believe that I was pregnant. I thought it was false positives. Like, I just still didn't believe it. When I believed it was when I got an ultrasound done and I seen the little sac and the little baby in there, the embryo. That's when I finally believed it. I did not believe it because I had struggled for 2 years to get pregnant, and I just couldn't believe that this was a miracle. Like, oh my God. So that was the first thing. Now, after I had my son, I started to develop these really intense stomach pains. And when I say stomach pains, I mean fully leaning over the desk, feeling like I was actually back in labor. I would go to the doctor, and this was the point where I tell you guys, switch your doctor. So I went to the doctor. He told me that it probably was muscular, but so I listened, right? I'm like, okay, well, maybe it is muscular. But time went on and my stomach would just hurt so bad. Like I said, it gave labor pains. So I ended up switching doctors, got a new primary, and this is where it started to kind of shift for me. She listened to me, and I would tell her about my stomach pains, and at first my doctor thought I had IBS. Now, she did give me some medicine, and it felt like, okay, this is what it is, right? I need to watch certain foods that I'm eating, but things would begin to shift for me. So fast forward, as I was dealing with, is this IBS or is this something else? Pap smears were coming back excellent, like no issues. I started spotting in between my periods. Now, you might remember my video where I talked about how I found out I had a condition called endometrial hyperplasia. So endometrial hyperplasia is an abnormal thickening of the urinary lining endometrium caused by excessive estrogen without significant progesterone, often leading to irregular or heavy periods. I always had a very heavy menstrual cycle, to the point it was terrible. Now, once I got the ultrasound done, like I said, my doctor told me I had endometrial hyperplasia, and then she referred me to an OB, and that's kind of where things started to really shift for me. Now, granted, I had gained a lot of hormonal weight, to the point I started not recognizing myself, meaning I was working out, I was eating normally what I typically would eat, and nothing would work. Nothing will work. I just started to gain this hormonal weight. So that's why you guys have to be very kind to people, because some people literally do have issues that is out of their control, right? And no one really explained to me that, hey, Steph, like, do this, do that, blah, blah, blah. And so I started to like kind of deep dive and research for myself. I started thinking about anti-inflammatory foods, okay, how I can improve, my cortisol levels and things of that nature. And I've been very transparent about this. I ended up getting on the semaglutide. That actually helped me lose the hormonal weight, y'all. I know a lot of people talk shit about the shot, but it definitely helps with inflammation. So I lose the weight. Things seem to be going very fine until I started developing the booty pains with my menstrual. Oh my stars, to the point I had to go and sit in the bathtub with hot water. Nothing that I did worked. It was completely, it felt demoralizing. Like, I just felt like I was weak. I felt like this just cannot be life, because what is going on? So I scheduled another appointment with my doctor, and come to find out, your girl actually has endometriosis. I knew, sorry if I'm looking down, got my computer. I knew that I had endometriosis when they did the ultrasound, but I just did not have the solid concrete definition. And it made a lot of sense as to why my symptoms were targeting me, especially around my cycle, especially around what I consume, because I don't think people realize when you have anything like PCOS, endometriosis, anything endometrial, your body cannot withstand certain foods that you consume, certain things. So you have to make sure you're not inflamed. And so my doctor, this is why it's so important to advocate for yourself. So my doctor said that, and if you don't know, endometriosis is basically, let me read you the definition. It happens when the tissue, similar to the lining of your uterus, your womb, grows outside of the uterus. So this affects about 11% of women. And that number might be higher, because I feel like every time I talk to someone, they have endometriosis or they have PCOS. So I am more than sure that number is increasing. And if you guys remember, I don't know if I said it on here, I used to be inflamed really bad. And that's why I talk about peppermint tea a lot, because it is truly like such an amazing thing for my gut health, like in my digestive system, in order to get things to flow. Because when you have something that is chronic, like a chronic inflammation, it is so hard, and people do not talk about this stuff enough. And my doctor said, I'm tired of being a girl. My parents should have asked for a boy. They don't go through anything. But my doctor also said, because I am now 35, I am most likely experiencing perimenopause. And it's just like, a lot of it makes a lot of sense now when you put it to a word, okay? And so having those two, plus the perimenopause, it's the root root system. It's just two different branches, if that makes sense. So it's kind of like you have estrogen dominance plus chronic inflammation plus timing, which is the perimenopause. As you get older, it creates these issues that you have. It's truly annoying. but it makes a lot of sense as to why I had stomach pain, as to why I would be inflamed, especially by foods that I would consume, on top of age. And it made a lot of sense too, because like I was telling my doctor how I got my blood work drawn, right? So like my vitamin D, iron, everything is amazing, right? Which is so freaking insane. But it's like this daunting fatigue that you have when you have chronic inflammation, estrogen, high estrogen or whatever. And that's something that I like, it just mind boggles me, like, because what do you mean I have, my vitamins are good, but my energy is just like a daunting thing. Like I just get so tired. And it makes a lot of sense as to why I would flare up, because certain foods that I would consume. So now I try to eat, if you did not watch my video about, you know, losing weight, that's why I try to really eat like anti-inflammatory. I have to be very careful about certain foods, especially gluten that I consume, because gluten don't love me, she hate me. But I love chickpeas now, like chickpea pasta now, so I don't even care about her. But I do have an appointment set up for June to most likely get an ablation done. So that is basically to help with the heavy flow. So the endometrium ablation is to help you when you have a really heavy flow. And when I say heavy, y'all, like I have to wear diapers. Like it is that bad. That is how bad my flow is. I hate it really bad. It is the worst thing, but it makes me feel so good that I know what is going on with my body. And like I said, since I have been sharing this journey on my YouTube, I hope that this helps. I hope that you never give up searching for answers. I hope that you never, you know, just stop asking questions, advocate for yourself to figure out what is going on, because that's what I did. I knew that something was off. I just couldn't pinpoint what it was. And I'm like, now it makes a lot of sense. And now I know how to treat my body, because when you don't know, you don't know, you know? So it actually feels good that I have the proper care now. And it just makes me feel good. So that is the update, y'all. Like, I'm kind of glad I'm past the days of having children. You know, dealing with this for so long, I feel like since my son was born, my son will be 15 in November. It's been a long journey. This has not been easy. Like I said, I have been through a leak procedure. I have been through multiple biopsies to ensure that it's not cancerous. I have been through the freaking ringer, okay? And it has not been pleasant at all. Like, it has been lots of tears, lots of frustration, anger, trying to figure out what's going on with me. But I'm so thankful that my doctors listened to me. They made me feel like I was okay, you know, hear me out, not saying that I'm exaggerating. You know, that's what makes it feel good. It makes me feel good because I never gave up. I knew that something was wrong with me. And I'm like, there has to be something going on. This is not no damn IBS, honey. But it's really quite strange how your body can react to things that you are consuming. It's America. It's America in our food. Like, when I go out the country, I don't have these problems with stomach pain. But I hope that this video helps. I hope that it sheds some light, because I have been so transparent about all of my health journey. You know, it's not been easy trying to make sure I'm not doing super high intensity workouts anymore. I used to love high intensity. Now I can't really do that because my body does not like that shit. She does not like that. She's like, girl, slow your roll, honey. So now I do more of a low intensity, so I'm not inflamed, because if you get inflamed after working out, like your stomach is like super bloated, 9 times out of 10, high intensity is not for you. You should not be getting bloated after working out, y'all. You should not. On top of, you know, listen to your periods. Like, they tell us that you really aren't supposed to have pain during periods. And like, y'all, when I say the pain in my booty, well, I say used to, girl, still. But when I say it would shoot up my ass, oh my stars. And if you don't experience that, you are blessed. Blessed, okay? So now I just watch what I consume. Try not to drink a lot of alcohol, because that can trigger, especially with inflammation. Doesn't mean I don't. okay? Because I'm going to definitely have me a mimosa. Child, you ain't finna ruin my damn life. But I'm just grateful that I never gave up, never gave in, and I always advocate for myself. When something don't feel right, I speak up. I don't stay silent. No, I need help. That's what we paying these high premiums for. Use your damage. I hope that my video helped you, like all the others that I did. If you have any questions, you can always send me a message or comment below, because I know that I'm not the only one struggling out there, and I know that this will help someone that is worrying about what's going on with their body. If something feels off, 9 times out of 10, it is. So do with that information as you please.